ready. Yes, you get ready.
If you want the latest news in the streets, join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovely TV show, bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovely TV show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.
Hey Tisippers, this story comes out of Miami and it's honestly one of the saddest and most disturbing situations I've heard in a while. Two brothers drove to their sister's apartment to protect her from her abusive boyfriend. Both of them are dead. And the man who killed them looked at their sister afterward and said, "See what you made me do? Let's go through every detail of what happened."
A man is in custody after police say he shot and killed his girlfriend's two brothers. This happened after an argument escalated into a shooting.
The victims are Jaheim Pierre, 23 years old, and Gianni Pierre, 28 years old. The suspect is Antoine Carter, 31, of Miami, Florida. Carter had been in a relationship with their sister for approximately 4 years. According to the arrest affidavit filed with Miami-Dade County, there was a previous history of domestic violence in that relationship. The Pierre brothers knew about it. Their sister had told them. And on Saturday, May 2nd, 2026, they drove to her apartment in the Liberty City neighborhood of Miami because they were worried about her safety.
According to police, it was this man, 31-year-old Antoine Carter, who fired the shots. When officials arrived to this building in Miami, they found two men in their 20s shot multiple times inside one of the apartments. One of them was dead. The other died at the hospital.
Let's be clear about what these two young men did. They did not go there to start trouble. They did not go there to fight. They went there because their sister was in a dangerous relationship with a dangerous man, and they showed up to make sure she was okay. That is what brothers do. That is what family does. And it cost them their lives. Here's exactly what happened. Carter was already at the apartment when the brothers arrived. An argument broke out between Carter and Jaheim Pierre. During that argument, Jaheim punched Carter and a physical altercation broke out between the three men. At that point, Carter made a decision. He left the apartment. He walked outside. He went to his car. Surveillance video captured him going into the vehicle and retrieving an unknown object, which turned out to be a 9mm Glock 43, and placing it in his front right pocket. He then walked back toward the apartment.
Miami police say they have video of Carter running to a car to get a gun after he and the brothers got into an argument that turned into a fight. The sister tells police her brothers came to protect her because of a past domestic violent incident. Police say before the shooting, Carter is seen in video pacing back and forth, banging on the locked door, yelling, "I bet one of you won't open up."
His girlfriend had locked the front door while he was gone. She was trying to keep him out. She was begging her brothers not to open the door. According to the affidavit, Carter stood outside that locked door and banged on it, pacing back and forth, shouting, open up, you soft." I bet one of you won't open up." He was taunting them. He had already gone to get a gun and he was standing outside that door taunting two men who did not know he was armed. Jaheim Pierre opened the door. The moment the door opened, Carter charged inside and reached into his front right pocket. Immediately after, multiple gunshots rang out.
5 gunshots. Pow, 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 pow. And then the door slammed underneath my balcony.
A female, their sister, was heard screaming. Local 10 News obtained exclusive audio from inside the building of the barrage of gunfire echoing through the apartment for several seconds, followed by a woman's voice yelling down the hallway, "He shot them."
Video that we were able to get tonight gives a glimpse of what happened on May 2nd, and we want to warn our viewers, those who will be listening to this, it's going to be hard to hear. Listen for the barrage of gunfire hailing inside of this Liberty City apartment unit for a while. Then 40 seconds into the video, you hear someone screaming. Moments later, a woman runs out of the apartment yelling down the hallway.
Gianni Pierre, the 28-year-old, was seated on the couch when he was shot. He died at the scene. Jaheim Pierre, 23, was shot but still moving. He ran toward his sister, trying to get to her, trying to reach cover next to her, and then he collapsed on top of her. He was rushed to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. Their sister was found by responding officers with her feet and clothing covered in blood. And then came the moment that I cannot stop thinking about. After shooting both brothers, after ending both of their lives in that apartment, Antoine Carter sat down on the edge of the bed. He looked at his girlfriend and he said, "See what you made me do?" She told him, "I told you to leave." And then she ran out of the apartment. When Miami police arrived on scene, Carter did not run. He did not hide. He walked up to officers and said, "I'm the one, I have the firearm." He confessed on the spot. He is currently being held without bond at Miami-Dade County Corrections and Rehabilitation, charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. No bond, no bail, straight to a cell.
A difficult situation for all involved in this. Police say that Carter actually confessed to them that day, telling them that he's the person they're looking for and that he had a firearm on him. And tonight he still stays in jail with no bond, charged with murder.
Now let's talk about the phrase, "see what you made me do," because that sentence is the entire psychology of an abuser in 5 words. That sentence is not remorse. That sentence is not a breakdown. That sentence is control. An abuser who says, "see what you made me do," is telling you that your actions are responsible for his violence. He is telling you that if you had just cooperated, if you had just stayed in line, if your brothers had just minded their business, none of this would have happened. It is the same language abusers have used for centuries to shift the weight of their violence onto the people they are hurting. And it is important that we name it for exactly what it is. Because when a man kills 2 people and his first words to the surviving woman are, "see what you made me do," he is not breaking down. He is doubling down.
Good morning, Mr. Carter. You were arrested for 2 counts of first-degree murder. This is a capital offense if you're found guilty.
Will be invoking his right to counsel and right to remain silent.
His mother's in court. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
There's probable cause for the charges. It looks like he shot and killed a girlfriend's 2 brothers. I'm going to grant the state's motion for pretrial detention pending final hearing and hold you with no bond. You will see a judge tomorrow. That judge will set a final hearing on the state's motion for pretrial detention.
I also want to talk about what the Pierre brothers did, because they deserve to be remembered for it. Those 2 young men received a call or a message or a feeling that their sister was not safe, and they showed up. In a world where so many people look the other way when domestic violence is happening to someone they love, too scared to get involved, too uncomfortable, telling themselves it is not their place, Jaheim and Gianni Pierre showed up. They went to that apartment knowing this man had hurt their sister before. They walked into that building knowing there was tension, and they stood between her and him. They paid for that with their lives. And the fact that they died protecting her does not make their deaths meaningless. It makes their deaths devastating. There is a difference.
A deadly double shooting in Liberty City. It happened over the weekend. Police say 31-year-old Antoine Carter killed his girlfriend's 2 brothers after a fight. One brother died at the scene. The other died at the hospital. Carter is being charged with first-degree murder.
A GoFundMe has been created to help the Pierre family with funeral expenses. 2 funerals, 2 young men, 1 family. Their sister is still alive. She ran out of that apartment covered in their blood. She spoke to officers. She gave a statement. And she has to live with the memory of what she witnessed in that apartment for the rest of her life. She has to live knowing that her brothers came for her. That is a weight I do not think most of us can fully comprehend. Antoine Carter is 31 years old. He is in jail. He faces 2 counts of first-degree murder. In Florida, first-degree murder carries the possibility of the death penalty or life without parole. He walked up to police and confessed. The surveillance footage exists. The audio exists. The arrest affidavit is detailed. The case against him, based on the publicly available evidence, is overwhelming.
10 or more gunshots fired inside a Miami apartment, a surveillance camera capturing the moments before the deadly encounter. And then the sound of the rapid gunfire that took the lives of 2 men.
You were arrested for 2 counts of first-degree murder.
31-year-old Antoine Carter is locked up, accused of pulling the trigger, killing 23-year-old Jaheim Pierre and 28-year-old Gianni Pierre. The shooting happening in the middle of the day on Saturday, May 2nd.
5329 Northwest 17th Avenue, 6 shots fired.
Miami police arriving to find 2 men shot.
Miami advised we got 2 shots.
Different rescuers en route. We have them going to the 2nd floor.
We need 2 fire rescues, 2 black males. Both of them were gunshot wounds.
Police say the alleged shooter was still at the complex and was quickly cuffed. According to the arrest report, the witness tells police that day she was inside the apartment with her boyfriend, Antoine Carter, when her brothers came over to look after her due to a previous history history of domestic violence. There was an argument, and police say Carter went and got a gun from his car and returned to the apartment, shooting both of his girlfriend's brothers. The arrest report states Carter then told his girlfriend, "See what you made me do?"
Social media is divided on this one. Many are saying this is exactly why you do not call your family to get involved in your domestic violence situations. But so many brothers, fathers, uncles, and cousins have ended up dead trying to protect women from these types of men. Others are saying these two brothers gave everything, but at what cost? And why didn't she leave before involving others? I leave the conversation with you all. Please comment down below with your thoughts on this story.
Want the latest news in the streets? Join us and tune in for the tea. Breaking news with integrity. So tell your friends and your family. It's the Lovely Tea TV Show. Bringing you good tea and good vibes. It's the Lovely Tea TV Show. Be sure to share, like, and subscribe.